Have you ever imagined a Nigeria without a problem? I mean, has it ever crossed your imagination that maybe somehow one day Nigeria will be a very safe place? Nigeria will be a place where people won't have to complain. Nigeria will be a place where people can stay for a whole day, a whole week, a whole month without any negative problem arising. Have you ever imagined that? Well, if you have, you really tried, and if you haven't, it's not your fault. First, you would have to start with the people at the helms of affairs. You will have to start with the leaders of the nation. Yes, if the leaders of the country has ever imagined such thing to happen, then we know how many process or the percentage of the population that has ever imagined such. um it's not like it's an impossibility. No, I'm not saying that it's impossible for Nigeria to be a safe haven for some people, but what I'm saying is eh, something has to be fixed for it to be called a safe haven. Once again, I'm welcoming you all back to Imoko BTV, and here we'll bring you update 247 about the latest happening in and around the country. Subscribe to this channel, like our videos, share our videos, and join us on other social media platforms, our Telegram and Facebook. Yes, join us there. Just type Imoko BTV. You'll see us there. Please join us, all right? And then, I have a gist for us. This gist is important all of us hear it so that we know what's going to happen in the coming days. You know, earlier this year, that is 2023, earlier 2023, we had shortage of cash in the entire country. The cash flow wasn't really stable. We saw a season where people had to pay 1/10 of whatever cash they want to get. Some even went as far as paying half of the cash they needed. You saw the video clips about different dramas that took place in the bank. Some people had to go naked because they wanted cash. Some people had to cry. The rich and the poor wept during that season. And then after the long run, after the elections, everything, things started coming back to normalcy. Cash started coming out from nowhere. We'd had a naira redesign. Yes, there was a naira redesign during the era of Godwin Emefiele as the central bank governor, and now he's no longer there. He's no longer there, and things are taking a new course right now. Of course, Nigerians felt that yes, things are okay now, but unfortunately, we don't know what's going to happen next. In some areas in the country right now, there is shortage of cash. Yes, there is shortage of cash, and people don't know what to say about it. People don't even know how to go about it. And now they are reassuring Nigerians that come 2024, everything will be balanced. I have the gist here. Calm down. I will give us details. Also, breaking, Godwin Emefiele has been granted bail. I mean, he has been released from Kuje Correctional Center. All right. Before I do the details of this very news, I'd like to play us this video by Simon Ekpa. On the 19th of December 2023, there was a press briefing of the Biafran government and then Ambazonian government. There was a joint press briefing. So I think I should play this clip so that we can have a look of what it looks like.
Today, we have seen, after decades of subjugation, the role of the British in this particular subjugation that Biafra has found themselves today within Nigeria. From the 1914 amalgamation, we were not informed about the type of company that later become a country today known as Nigeria. Those who agitated for Nigeria to become a Nigeria, as you see today, were not murdered, they were not imprisoned, they were not killed because of one single reason: the economic interest of the United Kingdom. They made sure that they design Nigeria in a way that it powers and empowers their economic interests. And those who agitated for the freedom of Nigeria, for independence of Nigeria, were all welcome, even in London. They served them tea, they served them dinner, they embraced them, and they called them heroes. 60 years later, we see no progress. All we see is debt upon debt. All we see is backwardness. All we see is eradication of innovation and supporting Sunai. Those who say that innovation is evil, they hijacked the power as designed by the United Kingdom. After the country that was forcefully joined together and called it secular state has become Islamic nation by the same British generation that I am very proud of, will be the one to end the colonization from the British right in Biafra land. The British government has brought death to us. They have not brought any civilization. There is no development. It's only death, suffering, corruption, criminality, and what have you. And we thank God that today many of us are residing in more civilized and sane countries. In Europe, Britain could not cope with decent countries like the European Union, because for you to be a member of the European Union, you have a standard. Britain is a very corrupt country. They couldn't cope with the standard of the European Union. They left without nobody shooting gun.
So you have seen it. The British government played a huge role because they knew what they wanted from Nigeria. So that was it. Simon Ekpa is saying this British government, this thing we call British government, did also a lot of harm than good. Okay. That is that about that for now. We'll still come back to it. But let's go to the details of the news we have today. Emefiele regains freedom after meeting bail conditions. And then this says, Naira crisis, federal government apologizes to Nigerians, reviews when scarcity will end. Federal government apologizes to Nigerians for Naira scarcity, and they have reviewed when scarcity will end. Don't forget, you are still on Imokobi TV, and here we'll bring you update. Please subscribe to this channel. Now let's go to the details of this very news headline. Former Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele has regained his freedom from the Kuje Correctional Center upon fulfilling his bail requirements. Emefiele's release, confirmed on Friday, December 22nd, 2023, comes following the fulfillment of his bail conditions. The spokesperson for the Kuje Correctional Center, FCT, Adamu Duza, verified the development to correspondents, stating, I can confirm to you that he, Emefiele, has met his bail conditions. Hence, he has no reason to remain in our facility. He met his bail condition and was released past 2 p.m. yesterday, being Friday. The Federal Capital Territory High Court, Abuja, had granted Emefiele bail of 300 million naira over alleged procurement fraud. Justice Hamza Moazu granted the bail, stipulating 2 sureties in like sum and requiring the sureties to possess certificates of occupancy and titles of properties within the Maitama district of Abuja. Additionally, Emefiele was directed to deposit all his travel documents with the registrar of the court and remain within the Abuja Municipal Area Council. Despite granting bail, Justice Muazu ordered Emefiele to stay in Kuje Correctional Center until he fulfilled the bail conditions, which included meeting the required sureties and providing the necessary documents. Emefiele faces trial on 6 counts of procurement fraud amounting to 1.2 billion naira. However, the bail was granted after the judge dismissed objections by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) regarding Emefiele's potential flight risk or interference with the investigation if released. Following over 4 months of investigation, the special investigator probing the CBN, Jim Obaze, disclosed alleged financial infrastructure involving Emefiele. Obaze's report, submitted to President Bola Tinubu on December 9, 2023, highlighted several financial irregularities, including fraudulent cash withdrawals, fraud in the Naira redesign, and the alleged holding of £543.4 million in the United Kingdom. The whole point of everything now is that Emefiele has been granted bail. So I just try to, he has been released. He's no longer in Kuje Correctional Prison Center, rather. So he met his bail requirements, and they just tried to capture what his bail requirement looked like, and he has satisfied all of it. So right now, he has regained freedom. So for those of you that has unfinished business with Emefiele, especially those of you that were saying, if I catch Emefiele for trying to redesign Naira, and then he brought this untold hardship upon both the rich and the poor, if I catch him, I'll deal with him. All of you should go now and meet him. He's back. He's even smiling. People should go and meet Emefiele. He is back. He has regained his freedom from Nigerian government. Okay, that is not all. Let me show us this very one. Naira crisis. Federal government apologizes to Nigerians, reveals when scarcity will end. The federal government on Thursday, December 21st, apologized to Nigerians over the current scarcity of Naira notes in circulation, saying that it will ease in the coming year. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the scarcity was not deliberate. Idris, who briefed the media on the achievement of the Bola Tinubu administration, has assured Nigerians that there will be more cash in circulation in the new year. He said the Central Bank of Nigeria is doing everything possible to address the situation. The minister said, about Naira scarcity, our government is aware that there is this cry by Nigerians about the scarcity of Naira notes, and CBN is already working in that direction. New notes and more will be produced, and Nigerians will have more Naira to spend. It is not a deliberate policy to stifle Nigerians or to take Naira out of Nigeria, as it occurred during the Godwin Emefiele days. This is not the case. It is a process perhaps the CBN is undertaking that has created a temporary shortfall, and we are hoping that as we go into the new year, we'll see a more robust supply of the Naira note. Is this a promise or assurance? We don't know yet. So Mohammed Idris is telling Nigerians, please, people should calm down. Forgive Nigeria for trying to make your life miserable. Yes, because when you take away cash from the economy in Nigeria right now, I don't know what you want the common man to do. You just get him frustrated. Yes. So Mohammed Idris is apologizing right now to Nigerians for the scarcity of cash right now. So, and in his assurance, or should I say promise, he said come 2024 there'll be much more circulation of cash and people won't have to go through all of this. So if you are going to have heart attack because you think what happened previously is going to play out again, no, don't. Just be hopeful, just be optimistic. Better days are ahead. All right. Yes, so be calling it a wrap on this note. Tell us what you think about this news headline. Remember, this is Imokobe TV, where we bring you update 247 about the latest happening in and around the country. Subscribe to this channel, like our videos, share our videos, and don't forget to join us on both Telegram and on Facebook at Imokobe TV. Until next time, be a good citizen. Thank you for joining us.